Tonight, we report on wildfires leading to evacuations near Quincy and Moses Lake as Grant County celebrated the 4th of July. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Well, plenty, Amber. The Spuds nailed down a playoff berth. The Walleyes return from the Coeur d'Alene tournament, and the U.S. women end a 16-year drought. Here's a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez. Dry conditions remain in control. However, a system will approach by tomorrow, may bring a threat of showers and thunderstorms. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Amber Jinks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A wildfire sparked late Saturday night along Baird Springs Road near Quincy, just a few miles from last week's Monument Hill fire. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
The 4th of July ended with smoke and flames in the sky near Quincy as between 5,000 and 10,000 acres of sagebrush and grassland burned on the same hillside that caught fire a week ago. About 15 homes were evacuated after the hill's fire sparked about 3 miles northwest of Quincy. High winds helped it spread rapidly and kept fire crews working hard for several hours to stay ahead of it. The Grant County Sheriff's Office closed off large sections of road around the blaze, asking bystanders to keep back and out of the way so crews could get to new hotspots quickly. By dawn, Grant County firefighters had the blaze under control, and as people were allowed to return home late Sunday morning, the telltale scorched earth was all that remained, but no injuries were reported and no structures were lost. In Quincy, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
Police continue to search for wanted suspect David Santos, accused of shooting at police last week. About 70 officers surrounded a property in an attempt to arrest him. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
Wanted suspect David Santos allegedly eluded police for a second time on Friday following a 16-hour manhunt near Royal City. The 35-year-old Mattawa man is wanted for allegedly shooting at a Royal City police officer during a chase last Tuesday. Officers and federal agents allegedly found Santos driving on State Route 243 near Beverly Burke Road. Grant County Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman said the traffic stop was part of a large fugitive task force.
Officers who made the initial stop were part of a large U.S. Marshals fugitive task force, so there were many resources in that. There were a lot of resources.
Santos reportedly fled the traffic stop and led police into an apple orchard near Royal City. He allegedly got out of his vehicle and exchanged gunfire with police. No officers were injured, and it's unknown if Santos was hurt. Santos reportedly ran into the apple orchard where he stole an ATV and tried to enter a home. Police used helicopters and officers on the ground to attempt to locate Santos. Santos is considered armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees Santos or has information on his whereabouts are asked to call 911. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Roughly 8,400 homes and businesses in Ephrata, Quincy, and Soap Lake lost power for more than 2 hours Saturday night. The power went out at 11 p.m. after a problem with a set of power lines between Rock Island and Rocky Ford. The high temperatures and strong winds caused 2 of the power lines to touch, causing a power surge, tripping a circuit breaker. Power was restored in Soap Lake at about 1:40 a.m. and returned in Ephrata at 2:30 a.m. Quincy customers saw the power return at about 3:30 a.m. A small brush fire along State Route 17 near Moses Lake spread close to a mobile home park on Sunday, forcing residents to evacuate. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
People were forced to evacuate their homes Sunday morning after a brush fire sparked along State Route 17 near Moses Lake. The fire started near the Harvest Manor Estates mobile home park near Airway Drive and Broad Street. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, strong winds reportedly pushed the fire south, threatening several homes and forcing residents to evacuate. Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Sharon Palmerton said no homes were lost in the fire, but firefighters were still assessing the damage. Both Airway Drive and Broad Street were closed for several hours to allow fire trucks easier access. Firefighters from several Grant County fire districts were on scene. The cause of the fire is under investigation. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.